Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So I thought I'd share a little story with you today. And this story is about the one time that I got punched in the face in the middle of nowhere. So guys, this happened in about 2005, I would say, 2004. This was at a period in my life where I would go out ghost hunting often. So I used to go out ghost hunting with some friends, and I also used to go ghost hunting with some randoms. We would go visit some cemeteries, we'd go to haunted locations, we'll take photos, we'll take videos, we'll do like our own investigations. So it was a really huge deal for me in the early 2000s. The whole ghost hunting scene was my thing. I had my own website called Ramio's Realm. I actively went out looking for ghosts, and I hung out with some people that were like-minded, that loved ghost hunting. And just be aware that, before this event, I never was, I barely got into any fights in my life. I've never been punched in the head before, to be honest, as far back as I could remember. So what happened was I picked up my friend. Let's just call him Arctic at the time. He was my friend that I met a few times through ghost hunting, and he became kind of like a regular part of the team. And I picked him up, and we also picked up these three goths. So there was like two goth girls and one goth guy that we met on my forum. I had a little chat forum that I went and picked up myself. So that was a very risky act. We didn't know these people, and we just picked them up and we took them ghost hunting with us. So they lived near the city, and then we picked them up and we drove another hour and 20 minutes to Picton, where we were going to go and check out Picton Cemetery at first. Now, by the time we got to Picton, I remember it was like a Friday night or a Saturday night, and by the time we got to Picton, which is a small country town, it was about midnight or something like that. And what we did is, at first we went to the cemetery, we took some photos, took some videos. Everything was fine, and then we left the cemetery. And when we left the cemetery, it's just behind the main street. I drove up and I was at an intersection. And I remember across the road on the intersection, this was almost at 1 o'clock in the morning in this small country town, there were about 10 boys hanging around their cars. And these boys, they didn't look like trouble. They were laughing, they were drinking, they were just chilling out. And we were literally the only other people there, the only other car. And these boys saw me at the intersection. I was about to turn, and maybe three of the boys were waving us down. They were kind of like, oh, hey, hey, hey. And, I stayed where I was in the intersection. I didn't move. And the three boys came casually walking with a smile on their face, to the car. They didn't look like trouble to me at the time. And I remember the boys approached, I had my window open, and they just started casually talking to me, talking to me through the open window. One of the boys was like, oh, what are you doing? And we didn't say we were ghost hunting. We said, oh, we're just going for a cruise. We're going for a drive, And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. Where are you guys from? We said, oh, we're from the southwest. We're from this area. And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. And we just had a bit of small talk. And then one of the boys said, oh, do you have any drugs or do you have any alcohol? And at that point, I was like, oh, God. Well, we didn't, first of all. So I was very honest. I said, oh, no, guys, sorry. No, we don't have any drugs or alcohol with us, And I remember one of the boys, my friend, in the passenger seat, he had his backpack sitting on his lap. And I remember one of the boys was like, oh, hey, okay, no drugs, no alcohol, but what's in your friend's backpack? And at that point, I got a bit suspicious of these guys. And, I said, oh, there's nothing there, nothing interesting, And one of the boys reaches in. So he literally, physically, is halfway through my window, grabs my friend's backpack from his lap, and he pushes himself out of the window, the open window. And at that point, I'll just quickly react, with reflexes. I grab the bag, and we're tussling with my friend's backpack. And I'm like, give it back, what are you doing, And whilst we're having this fight, remember there are two other friends there outside the window. One of the friends, as I'm fighting for the bag, punches me in the jaw, like, boom. And whilst that's happening, I get punched in the jaw. The other friend gets my car keys and turns the car off. And he takes the keys out of the ignition. So at this point, I've been punched in the face. They have my friend's bag and they have my car keys. So just think of the absolute power these guys felt. Now, at that moment, when they took the car keys and turned my car off, instinct kicked in, right? You just have this instinct to fight, fight back. And I remember I opened the door a little bit. I was about to go out and face these guys. But then I looked across the road and I realized, their other 7 friends down the road kind of were looking in our direction, and I was like, no, Rami, if you open this door, you get out there and fight these guys, it's basically going to be 10 on 1. So I remember they noticed that I had opened the door a bit. I cracked the door and they started trying to get me outside of the vehicle. Like they were kind of pulling at my shirt and they were saying, come on, you want to go, you want to go. And they were trying to get me out of the car. But I shut the door, composed myself. And this is where the power of words, guys, is truly amazing. There's a big lesson in this story that I've carried with me for the rest of my life. For the last, I don't know, almost 20 years since this story began. There's some valuable lesson in here, and that is the power of words, guys. What comes out of your mouth can be so important. It can change your whole situation. So I remember the guys were like, okay, come out, you want to fight, come out. And I just took a deep breath and I just started speaking to them. I just started speaking to them as if they were my friends. I started speaking to them in a relatable way. So I said, look, guys, what do you guys want from us? I said, look, we're here. The guys are going through my mate's bag. He's got a $3,000 camera in the bag. They're going through his backpack and I'm just talking. I'm like, look, guys, we didn't come here for trouble. I said, we're just like you. We're here, we're chilling out, we're hanging out. I'm here with my mates, you're with your mates. We're just here to have a good time, a good night, We didn't come here to fight anyone or to start trouble, We're just chilling out like you. And I said, look, guys, believe me, if I had drugs, if I had alcohol, I totally would be sharing it with you guys, but I don't have that. So there's not much I could offer on that front, And I said, man, at the end of the day, we're just here chilling. We don't want trouble, we just want to move along, man, and just call it a night, And as I was talking, I remember they were actively listening. They were just looking at me. They were listening. They weren't mocking me. They weren't getting more agitated. If anything, it just calmed the scene completely. And as I kept talking, I was kind of along the lines of, I totally would hang with you guys if I could, and we're on the same boat. We're the same age, Let's just chill. Let's just relax. None of us need to be doing this. You don't need to be doing this to me. And I remember as I just said those words, the guy put everything back in my friend's backpack, including his expensive camera, and handed the backpack to my friend. And I remember that the other guy with my car keys kind of looked at the keys and passed it straight to me. And at that point, I regained that power. I regained that control of that situation. And as much as what these guys did was a dick move and it really annoyed me, there is such a valuable lesson in this whole situation. There were so many things that could have gone wrong in this scenario. It could have ended in 100 ways. But thank God Almighty, that I ended this situation in a way that was best for me and best for my friends. And, it was a situation that led to us getting our valuables back, getting my car keys back, not getting beaten up. And, at the end of the day, they gave me my car keys back and they said, yeah, you're right. We're cool. I remember they said, we're cool. And they went back to their friends and I just drove away. And guys, just remember that the power of words is huge. What you say and how you say it is so important in every part of your life. So that night that I randomly got punched in the face in the middle of nowhere in a small country town, taught me some valuable lifelong lessons. And I hope this story can teach you some lessons as well, guys. Be careful, be cautious, look out for yourself. Look at that gorgeous bird. Hello. Hello, gorgeous. How's it going? You want to join my video? Huh? Yeah, you can join my video. Sorry. We just had a willy wagtail join the stream, join the video there. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my story. I love telling stories. I have so many more. This was the day that I got punched in the face in the middle of nowhere. I'll have more stories coming your way with valuable lessons in them as well. Peace and love. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.